In early 2025, a finance officer at a European energy conglomerate received a call. The voice on the line was the company's CFO, handling questions, giving instructions, sounding exactly like himself. It was not the CFO. It was a deepfake clone trained on 3 to 5 minutes of recorded audio. The wire went out. $25 million gone. The perimeter is no longer geographical. It is no longer a firewall, a subnet, a VPN gateway. The perimeter is now linguistic, the words on a screen, the voice on a call. By the first quarter of 2025, 82.6% of phishing emails contained AI-generated content. 179 deepfake incidents were documented in 3 months, exceeding all of 2024. The thin wrapper layered on a public model cannot hold this perimeter. The wrapper model fails in 3 places. First, data egress. Every prompt, every document, every context snippet crosses the public internet to a third-party inference server. Even zero data retention enterprise tiers carry a 30-day abuse monitoring window. Second, sovereignty. The dominant API providers are US-based, which means the Cloud Act can compel disclosure of data stored even on foreign servers. Third, contextual blindness. Stateless wrappers cannot integrate with private enterprise corpora, so employees route around them. Telemetry shows a 485% surge in source code pasted into public models. 72% of that activity is on personal accounts the company cannot see. Deep AI is the inversion of the wrapper. The full inference stack runs inside the client's virtual private cloud. 4 hardened layers built bottom-up. Layer 1, infrastructure. Kubernetes on dedicated NVIDIA H100, A100 or L40S GPU instances, served by high-throughput inference engines like VLLM and TGI. Strict egress rules at the firewall mean no token leaves the perimeter. Layer 2, the model. Best-in-class open weights models. Llama 370 billion Mistral code Llama. The enterprise owns the weights. That ownership is the immunity to provider pricing, and immunity to model lobotomization, where a vendor silently updates the model and breaks workflows overnight. Layer 3, knowledge. Private retrieval augmented generation, but role-based access aware. The vector database, Milvus or Qdrant, is wired directly into the company's Active Directory or Okta identity provider. If a user does not have permission to view a document on the file share, the agent is technically incapable of retrieving it as context. The system prevents contextual privilege escalation by construction. Layer 4, guardrails. Nemo guardrails and Cisco AI Defense, performing real-time analysis of every input and every output. Prompt injection blocked. Personally identifiable information scrubbed before it reaches inference. Topic adherence enforced. Above the 4 layers, low-rank adaptation and continual pre-training adapt the open weights model to the organization's proprietary corpus. A fine-tuned specialist running on owned hardware. 15% higher accuracy in specialized domains. 98 to 99.5% output consistency. 50 to 90% fewer tokens per request. The numbers anchor every claim in this brief. AI-generated phishing has surged 1,265% since 2023. Click-through rate, 12% on the old playbook, 54% now. The campaign that took 16 hours of human labor is now produced in 5 minutes from 5 prompts. A 95% cost collapse on the attacker side. The FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center reports $2.77 billion in business email compromise losses for 2024. The full cyber-enabled fraud category, $16.6 billion. 83% of everything reported to the IC3. The average data breach originating from phishing now costs $4.88 million. In North America, $10.22 million. On the defense side, the fine-tuning advantage compounds. 30 to 60% lower latency, 50 to 90% fewer tokens per request, and at 1 billion annual tokens, self-hosting saves approximately $84,000 per year against top-tier public API pricing. The wrapper rents intelligence. Deep AI builds an asset. This is the line the CTO carries to the board. The wrapper is operational expense, escalating with every token, externally priced, externally policed, externally hosted. Deep AI is capital, an initial GPU outlay against a 3 to 5 year equipment life, near zero marginal cost per inference, and a proprietary fine-tuned model that learns the company's vocabulary, brand voice, and technical standards. The EU AI Act is no longer aspirational. High-risk systems carry fines up to 35 million euros or 7% of global turnover. NIST AI RMF is the operational sibling. The choice is no longer wrapper versus engine. It is asset versus liability. We build sovereign intelligence inside your perimeter. Hardened infrastructure, open weights, role-aware retrieval, cryptographic provenance. The 15-page brief is the architecture in detail. Read it before the next deepfake call arrives.